Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. We are in the process of getting this thing mated to this guy and eventually into this car. So here we go. Okay, one thing I did not check when I got this motor is these guys right here had no pins to hang the transmission off of. I put like a 7/16 socket in here, a little short snubby one, just get it mated up so I can get the thing tested, fit in the car a couple times. But I did go out and purchase some new pins, so they seem like they're a tight fit. It's like there's a lot of rust in there, so I don't know if it's just been missing that long. I really don't know. So I'm going to go and clean that out real quick, take a wire brush in there and drive these pins in, and this way the transmission can rest on these pins, because that's where the pins is what holds the transmission. The bolts just kind of keeps it there. So anyway, let me go ahead and get these pins driven in, clean this up, see what it looks like. Pretty cool stuff. Cleans it up pretty good. Oops. Yeah, it's gonna drive in there just fine. So get this one cleaned up and be ready to get the transmission. Okay, just kind of lightly tap these in. They're going to go so far because there's a little step in there to keep it from driving all the way back. Okay, now they're ready to mate up to that guy there. So we'll clean the holes out on that and we'll try to connect it up here. Okay, got the transmission on and actually got the converter on too. But anyway, that's what it looks like with the pin coming through the case, and that's what you're looking for, both sides. So they're easy to install, easy to buy, and it's a good way to secure it, to keep the, you know, when it torques over, it torques on those pins, doesn't torque on the bolts. The bolts just keeps against the against the motor. Those pins keeps the torque. Everything's torqued on those pins. So these are like at shear, so you're not going to break those. So I think these are like 40 pounds or 45 foot-pounds. Not much holding this on. So anyway, get those torqued down and keep working on the list. Speaking of the list, here we go. Okay, that is a list. So it's a list of a lot of stuff to do, and this is most of it, but I know I'm missing quite a bit on there. So yeah, so a lot to do, a lot to check off. So this way I'm working on projects like this, I know I can cross this out. So I don't know if I put that on there or not. No, I did not. Hey, it's done. I might put it on there just to remind myself, hey, it's done. So but yeah, so that's all I'm going to do. So as I complete those, I'll just put a check mark by it or just scratch it out and show that I'm done. So anyway, with that, on to the next project, and that's probably won't be until tomorrow. So with that, until then. Okay, next on the list, if you can see it over there, well, one of many that's on the list, replacing the shifter cable. So I had to get the console apart, and it seemed like it's kind of screwed in way down there. I'm not too sure what's going on. I don't know why it would be screwed in like that. It's supposed to be just clipped in, so got to take those screws out. Other things I'm working on, started working on this guy, realize I'm missing dipstick tube. I guess the one that was on there, I vaguely remember it, and I think it ended up breaking in half or something like that. I can't remember. So but I do remember I don't have it, so I'm going to have to order one before I can get this whole header assembly on, gaskets, then I'll get the plug wires on, all that stuff. Transmission lines are done right now. I got the ends made on it, so it's ready to go in the car and to get connected. And this side here is pretty much done. Just need to get the spark plugs and all that stuff on it, get the O2 bung installed. get that set up, but I can't do this until I prime it. In order for me to prime it, I'm gonna have to disassemble the alternator because there's a plug right there. I like to add oil to it. Some people do this, some people don't. I do it because I want to see the oil pressure. So anyway, got to get some oil, so I can get that, get a filter. Then I can, once I got it all good and primed up, and get everything else done, then it's ready to go in the car. So yeah, lots to do. So see how far we get with this video with all this. So my goal at the end of the video, or this video, we'll have the whole motor in the car bolted up and working on suspension, get all that stuff set up. Hopefully you'll be sitting on all 4 tires. That's the goal in this video. So with that, let's go ahead and get started and get that console cable replaced. Guess what? Good news. I do have it with me. So it came with a pan, oil pan. I forgot all about it. It was laying back there on the toolbox. And actually I went on where I bought it from, and it showed a dipstick tube, so I knew I had it somewhere. Anyway, but yeah, now I found that, now where's my, oh my gosh. This is for the transmission, but I need the dipstick tube. It's gotta be back here. Hey, hang on. Okay, got the dipstick itself. So anyway, going to get that stuck on there. We'll get the oil. I did get the gasket for this, so we'll get the transmission mounted, dipstick tube mounted. I had to do some welding on that, so it's going to mount firmly to the head. Then tie up the transmission lines. Then put sensors in. Then I think we'll get really close getting this thing primed up, get some oil added to it, and see what it does. So anyway, that'll be coming next. Okay, it's good and mounted. The headers are mounted. They're all torqued down. Transmission lines, they are going to be close, and I'm going to have to make sure these things get pulled back. I might get a bracket or something to keep these pulled. Down in here, I don't know if you can see it or not, I'll be able to get a tie strap down there once I get the motor up in the car and pull these things back toward the strap. So should keep it off the header, no problem. So okay, we are getting real close to getting this thing primed up. Finally got an oil filter. No, I'm not going to keep that on here for that long. This is just for the first initial break-in. Then I'm swapping it over to wicks. So anyway, that's just to get the thing primed up, first initial break-in. Then we'll change it over to the wicks, check the oil and all that good stuff, and he'll have a good oil filter on it. So anyway, that's next on the plans, get this primed up. Car wise, in here we're pretty much all ready to go. All the hoses and all that stuff is tied back very well. Still have to run a couple more. I'm gonna run a wired loom from one end to the other because I need to get some wires from over the ECU over into the car. So I need to get that before I get the motor actually set in here. So anyway, with that, making progress. Okay, we primed the motor. I didn't record what the pressure showed, but it's showing about 40 pounds. But yeah, we got oil all on the top of the rocker arms, so we are good to go to button this thing up, and we're one step closer getting it in the car. Whew. So anyway, let's get this thing buttoned up and getting closer to get this thing in the car. But I got a few things I have to get done first. So okay, making some progress. Was able to get this whole side on. So spark plugs in it, spark plug wires. We just need to do the rest on this side here, and the motor will be ready to go in. Got to run some wire from one end over here to over here, a wire loom. And once we get that done, I think we are ready to get this guy up here. So that will be coming real soon. Okay guys, that's going to be a wrap for this video. Glasses right there. So the next one, probably part 3, will be the motor will be definitely in the car. So too bad I didn't get it on this one, but I'm going to save The next video where the motor is basically sitting in there, then it's just a struggle of getting all the suspension on and doing all the other good stuff. But with that, you need to stay tuned and look for that. So with that, I'm out of here until the next video. Link, share, subscribe, do what you need to. We're growing, so